Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.
Gunfire reverberated through Spanish Town on Thursday, January 23, 2025, in the aftermath of police fatally shooting Othniel Thigman Lobban, identified as a prominent leader of the One Order gang. Just hours later, chaos erupted as at least one business was set ablaze. As police pursued Lobban, residents in a nearby community rallied together, staging a protest that blocked roads and resulted in the damage of several official vehicles. This unrest unfolded following the government's decisive order for a crackdown on gangs in response to recent waves of mass shootings. The name Lobban carries significant weight in reggae circles, evoking the notorious legacy of another infamous figure in Jamaican history, Dennis Leppo Lobban. On September 11, 1987, Dennis Leppo Lobban led 3 gunmen to the home of reggae icon Peter Tosh, tragically cutting short the life of a man who was only 42. Tosh, along with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, was instrumental in pioneering the reggae genre, leaving an indelible mark on music history. This is the untold story of the Lobbans, as told by Ras Dennis.
Bad days is going away, and better.
There was an outbreak of violence on Thursday following the death of Lobban, who was killed in a confrontation with police at 6 Miles and St. Andrew on Wednesday night. The incident, which involved a high-speed chase and a collision between 3 vehicles, raised concerns about potential ongoing unrest. A number of 4 people were apprehended for obstructing traffic, leading to the immediate imposition of a curfew that strictly prohibited residents from leaving their homes until late Friday. This decisive action underscores the seriousness of the situation and the commitment to restoring order. Last night we had a few incidents where roads were blocked. There was an attempt to burn a few premises, but we were quick on location to put some control in the area, said Christopher Phillips, the acting assistant commissioner of police for the area, including Spanish Town. We have things under control. We are not going to allow the kind of disorder that we have seen over Spanish Town, he said. On Thursday, police and soldiers patrolled the streets of Spanish Town, which remained strangely quiet as schools, businesses, and government agencies closed their doors for safety. Bus and taxi companies suspended all services in the affected areas, highlighting the gravity of the situation. As police pursued Lobban, residents in one community took to the streets in protest, blocking roads and vandalizing several official vehicles. This response underscores the heightened tensions following the government's decisive crackdown on gangs in the wake of recent mass shootings. Just 2 days earlier, authorities had declared a state of public emergency in 4 areas around Spanish Town, citing a troubling surge in violent criminal activities. Disturbing footage shared on social media captured the moment police fired warning shots while locals expressed their anger, jeering and throwing stones and bottles at the officers. This volatile atmosphere reflects the urgent need for effective measures to restore peace and safety in the community. The One Order gang, headquartered in Spanish Town, has been a dominant force in criminal activity for over 2 decades, as highlighted by a report from the UN Refugee Agency. Local media alleged that this gang is deeply involved in extortion, murder, and drug trafficking. The fierce rivalry with the Klansman gang has claimed the lives of hundreds, underscoring the violent power struggle on the island. Notably, the One Order gang has long been seen as an ally of the Jamaica Labour Party, contributing to its reputation as one of the most formidable gangs in a landscape where approximately 250 gangs operate. St. Catherine is the epicenter for criminal activities in Jamaica, and it is going to require strong and serious action on the ground to ensure that we have full control and that we don't lose control, said Phillips. Jamaica has one of the world's highest homicide rates, and many worry the fatal shooting will lead to additional killings. Many reggae acts have their lives cut short as a result of gun violence in Jamaica. Coincidentally, the man who killed Peter Tosh was also named Lobban, that is Dennis Leppo Lobban. The tale of Lobban's strike is enveloped in intrigue and tragedy. He was one of Peter Tosh's acquaintances, someone Tosh took the time to feed, and who was well acquainted with the layout of his home. On the day of the horrific incident, an associate of Tosh's, present at the scene, revealed that he had opened the door for Lobban, who was a familiar figure at the residence. Just 2 weeks prior, Lobban had come to collect a handout from Tosh. His frequent visits had made him well known, even to the trained dogs that provided security at the house. Therefore, it was alarmingly easy for the gang to neutralize the dogs during their brutal attack. On the morning of his murder, Peter Tosh had just returned to Jamaica from a business trip in the United States. He was enjoying a moment of relaxation, watching a satellite TV show at home with his common-law partner, Marley Brown. In a matter of seconds, the tranquility was shattered as 3 gunmen, led by Dennis Leppo Lobban, burst in. Their ruthless act extinguished the life of a musical legend who, alongside Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, helped birth the reggae genre. At just 42 years old, Tosh's vibrant existence was callously cut short, silencing a powerful voice in music and culture. The Jamaican court that tried Lobban later ruled that the attackers were on an armed robbery expedition. 2 others were killed during that encounter: the famous Rastafarian broadcaster and disc jockey from the now-defunct Jamaican Broadcasting Service, JBS, Jeff Dixon, also known as Free Eye, and another guest at the house named Wilton Brown. Free Eye's wife, along with co-guests Michael Robinson and Santa Davis, survived the attack, but Marlene, Tosh's wife, was left with a bullet lodged in her skull. A few days after the incident, Jamaican Police Commissioner Herman Ricketts announced that Lobban had surrendered, along with 2 other men linked to the murder. He also stated that the police had interrogated them, although the names of the 2 men were not publicly disclosed. During the trial, which was conducted in a closed circuit due to the involvement of firearms evidence, Lobban pleaded not guilty. He claimed to have been on a drinking binge with friends before he stormed Tosh's residence on Barbican Road. The jury, comprised of 8 women and 4 men, ultimately found Lobban guilty and sentenced him to death by hanging. Another accused individual was acquitted, as the jury determined there was insufficient evidence linking him to the murder. In 1995, 8 years after he pulled the trigger that killed Tosh, Lobban's death sentence was commuted to life imprisonment. The identities of 2 other identified gunmen involved in the trial were never made public. That's all for this episode, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and leave a positive comment in the section below, and I'll see you again very soon for another important video.
Many thanks for watching Reggae Just Extra with Ras Dennis.